find friends for this exact reason. My boyfriend saw me for who I really am, a soft person who likes to be cuddled and watch cartoons, and a big nerd. Now, I feel like he doesn't see me for who I am anymore and chooses to judge me for my lifestyle like everyone else. It breaks my heart because I wanted to marry this man and now he degrades me because I'm dirty and he can't stop thinking about, quote, all the hands that touch me. He doesn't make love to me anymore but treats me like a porn star and does the deed as soon as I walk through the door. I think he does a lot of this because he's insecure about the men who see my body. He goes back and forth between loving me to hating me, and it looks like he's struggling a lot internally because he, quote, wishes he didn't care for a stripper. I've debated packing my things and just leaving in the middle of the night on many occasions, but I love him. I'm not sure what to do or say to him. I'm tired of this cycle. Fast forwarding into the future in the next update, the OP says, I plan on breaking up with him when I move in January, and I think he's catching on because he's been asking all sorts of questions. I've been falsely reassuring him. I usually would just be honest and break things off now, but we're still living together and I know how he would react. I'm kind of walking on eggshells here because he's starting to drink more. Positive he started drinking because I've been avoiding him and making excuses not to be at home, and the reason I've been avoiding him is because I'm always anxious about how he'll react when I come home. I broke down and told him that exactly, and he only got mad saying, how are you more afraid of coming home than going out and shaking your booty for random MFs? Like, yeah, shouldn't that tell you something? In the past month, he's escalated to hiding my favorite stilettos to the point I had to start bringing my stuff to work where it would 100% go missing, which is why I took everything at home. He took my house key off my keys, locked me out, flushed my birth control and my makeup, threw my money out the window, and he started hurting me when doing the deed and tried to get me to do things that I didn't want to do. It's been leaving me in a depressive spiral. I'm just tired of being hurt in this way, period. It's like my body is only desired by therapists without the. So yeah, my rant is over. I want advice on how I should break things off the safest way. I made my own little escape plan, but the only problem I have is with packing. I've been slowly moving my things to storage over the last few weeks, but not too much so he's not alarmed. So what should I do? This whole situation is really serious. The OP should absolutely evacuate the situation, even if it means leaving behind a few things that are material things. Leaving the situation with your health intact is the #1 priority here. This is absolutely getting worse and worse and worse. It's not like it's just flatlining and stabilized. Who knows how bad it'll get by the next day and the day after and the day after. I mean, he's already destroying her property. He's hurting her. He's making her scared to come home. And it sounds like he's perpetually under the influence, so that can only escalate to a much worse spot. It's hard to tell if the OP sees how serious the situation is and how urgent it is to get out of the situation, but hopefully she did. The OP added a little bit more information in one of the comments in response to everything and said, I did gather my passport and all my important stuff way back when I started noticing things being misplaced. I've already thought about staying with a coworker for now, but the problem is he knows where I work and will probably show up right away if I left right now. I'm waiting until at least the last few days to do so because I can't miss work right now. I'm trying to make it where nothing blows up in my face. Someone named 5 Foot Nothing had a really good response to this that says, at least at work, you have protection/bodyguards. You don't have that luxury at home. Run. You said it yourself, he's hurting you. That is 100% more dangerous of a situation than whatever tantrum he'll throw when you leave. You're safer anywhere but with him. I get a police escort to move out. That way, anything else that happens will be fully documented and taken seriously. I guess that makes sense. I didn't realize you could even call a police as an escort when you're moving out, but this is a situation where you would absolutely want to do that. But let me know what you would do in this situation, or if you've ever been in something like this. I hope you haven't, but if you have, let me know what happened down below. My husband openly brags to me and the kids about how many women throw themselves at him. I'm a 48-year-old female and my husband is 51 years old. We're expats in a country where the average household consider themselves to be lucky to make between $2,000 and $3,000 a year. For the purpose of not giving away too much identifying information, I will be referring to this country as Country E. 2.5 years ago, my husband, who works in finance, was promoted to a position in which he could finally have the compensation, the authority, and the projects that he always dreamed of. The downside was that this position would be in the company's headquarters in another country, which would require us to move away from our family and friends. But I was so excited for my husband and our kids. 15, and 10 years old were so happy about experiencing another culture as well as supporting their dad that we urged my husband to take the position. Because they were telling my husband they wanted to see him there as soon as possible, we agreed that he would go settle in and we would fly over around 2 months later. It seems that the moment his plane took off towards country E marked the beginning of the end of all of his feelings and respect and appreciation